Right, welcome back to more knowledge. And if you refer to the Michael and Lucifer video, right, you'll basically see the way to use a code in the organisation or club what they're in, right? How that Lucifer code applies, right? So you see here, it's basically this is the anagram of a type of thing, right? You have the cruel life idea in this Lucifer, right? So you can see how that applies to the the rule, like the rule of Lucifer within that organisation, right? They also have the fire and ice idea in it, which I've looked at before, like. But this is another one. So it's like it's like a master over life and death idea, in this code of this particular sort of title of rule what to play, right? And Lucifer, Roman folklore, right? You know what I mean? Roman folklore, right? So that's, basically telling you, like, it's a Masonic folklore type of thing. So if you have something which is folklore, it's like a fairy tale, isn't it? Right? So a lot of codes in this. Cruel life. And there you go, Cruel Intentions with Lucifer Season 2 soundtrack, so you know what I mean? Putting the codes in. Of course, a lot of like rubbish there, like, you know what I mean? Lucifer and Chloe with Cruel Summer. So like the cruel idea. Yeah. They deal with this. Of course, the myth and the TH. So obviously you're gonna have a lot of ideas related to how life was cruel or something, and all this. Garley's type of things to sort of make you feel bad and that, right? And if you sort of, you know what I mean, trace it back to the origins of that, what I showed in the Michael and Lucifer video, right? And see what it's all about. Look, illumination, Of course, there'll be plenty of songs about it and all, what have you, Life is cruel. Of course, stuff like that, of course, 11 years old. There you go, and see what I mean? Refer to that, code. What I put in that Michael and Lucifer video. See? It's like, they're sort of, deciding who gets a cruel life and who gets like a easier life type of thing, see? Through the networks and that. Davy Jones. Here's one which you must have created as a hex, right? Basically to cover up, to cover up the realities. So they created a hex. Grace Packer had suffered unimaginable abuse. Of course, we know what the G race is. We know what the Packer is. The Packer. Morbidology. Cruel life and death of Grace Packer. Of course, that's got to be a total hex, like. Trans Packer made of silicon, that says it all, doesn't it? That there says it all. The silicon, like the carbon and silicon type of thing. Yes, and the Packer. Years here, the Duke of Kent published a new book before Prince Harry's autobiography. The cruel nickname enjoyed by Lady Helen, the daughter of the Queen's cousin Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, and given the nickname Melons, apparently. A cruel nickname. Melons. You'll see, this must be the earlier Edward, the Duke of Kent, right? Of course, lots of sevens in the 6 and the 42 and the 7 and 6. This is the earlier Edward, Duke of Kent. And Prince George. So you had the whoever holds the title of Grand Master, I think, holds the title of the Lucifer idea and all that. That's what I'm thinking, It's like a title of rule, say, rule to play type of thing. See, Edward the 8th made up a cruel rumour. So now a little bit of code. Nobody stay in the club there, doing the hand signals. They cruelly describe the death of an animal, so we're probably putting in code there. You can see what that's about. Death of an animal, basically metaphor for natural people. You know what I mean? Yeah. Of course, putting in a lot of code all the time. Bit of cruelty all over the place and that. Shocking letters hidden for 7 and 6 years. The Gnostic Christians believed in the light of Lucifer, which they viewed as the enlightenment, which is a serpent, also in Egyptian phallic form, like the paca, is the serpent Amihemph. I am, there's that I am code of like James. Amihemph. So basically Horus, right, become the same as Lucifer in these mythologies. So like Horus, the Egyptian equivalent of the Lucifer. So Horus is obviously one with a mask on, right? I mean the bird's head, right? And what I've suspected about these for quite a bit, right, is that they dress up and put costumes on and masks, right? Now, this is just my personal opinion. Like, I've got any hard evidence for it, obviously, because I've never been in, to like a castle party or no, you know what I mean. But it's just what I think, like a gut instinct, what I think they do. Looking at these pictures, really, right? And this is what I think they do, is to put on the costumes, because they're all these Egyptian gods, right? They've got the strange heads, right? And to me, it just looks like they're masks. Like you've got a bird's head, a wolf's head, a dog's head, and all these type of ideas. And it looks to me like come from a, like a fancy dress costume party, basically. So as we say, look at these here, the heads, the head pieces. It looks like a costume party, right? You can just imagine. And this is just based on what I've seen, like ideas here. For example, the Stanley Kubrick movie, what's it called, Eyes Wide Shut, where they dress up in these masks and they've got big long beaks on the masks and that, right? So this to me, basically, it's like that. It's like if they went to a fancy dress costume party, one of these upper class parties in a posh mansion or something, right? They dress in these type of costumes, right? And they're basically playing the role, right? And there you go with the horus, so that's the Lucifer, right? That one's the Lucifer, so it's like a bird mask type of thing, right? And obviously, when you got the sort of symbolism, the metaphor of a man mixed with an animal, it's like a trans metaphor again, right? But these headpieces just look like pure like mask, you know what I mean? A mask. And obviously, this doesn't go back to ancient Egypt or whatever. This was come about in I would say about the early 1900s, maybe it's a sort of late-ish 1800s type of thing, right? But that to me, see, because the Aleister Crowley stuff and the English society stuff, very, very to do with that, right? Thoth, Aleister Crowley goes on about the Thoth all the time, right? So, this is to me, they coming out the English upper class society of the 19th century, basically, right? I think that's where it comes from, right? So I'll play a different role, you know what I mean? I'll play like one's Ra, one's Osiris, one's you know what I mean? They've got assigned rules through you know, obviously the system, assigns them who's God. I think God is the obviously going to be the king or queen, right? The main God. Like it says here, like that thing here. Obviously Lucifer was below God in the but the main God has got to be the king or the queen, right? So obviously had a queen for a long time, and then a king, right? As you see, all the different characters. Osiris and Isis, I think, is the that one would be the king, and that one would be the queen, right? So obviously Isis, you had a load of Isis stuff, in the last century or whatever, when you had Queen Elizabeth II on the throne, right? So now you've got that Charles on the throne, right? So it's probably going to see a lot of Osiris in the news media and all that. See what I'm saying? Wouldn't surprise us, like. Where you type in Charles Osiris and you get this character, right? Charles Osiris. And that's obviously Charles Manson doing an Osiris, Osiris pose. There's the Osiris type of thing. Charles River, Osiris. So like a bit of Charles and Osiris already. And the jester idea there. Charles Sirois, big business broker in Canada, apparently, according to that. California State University, Channel Islands. See, Osiris played a double role, both a god of fertility and embodiment of the dead and resurrected king. Very much, trans type of idea to it. And of course, he was the one who cut the phallus into cut the phallus up into bits and all that, like the packer, He has that eyes wide shut thing, right? Yeah, I'm sure one has got a long beak nose here, like an bird with a long nose mask on. I've gone through the pictures, like I'm sure one of them has. Like a long sort of beak, on this mask and that. It's the type of idea I see, what I'm thinking is, very closely related to the Egyptian mythology stuff, right? And there you go, there's a weird one, like type of thing, see?